this video, I decided to rank every update in Clash Royale history. We're gonna start with the first update, which was in February 2016, and we're gonna end with the Card Evolutions update. So let me go over some guidelines, like what do we define as a Clash Royale update? I do not define individual seasons as updates, except for the first one. New game modes being added don't necessarily count, except for 2v2 and another one that we'll get to later because it's very important. All right, so we're gonna start with February of 2016. So let's take a look and see what we had. We got 6 new cards. By the way, this was when Clash Royale was still in beta. It was not even globally released yet. Royal Giant, 3 Musketeers, Dark Prince, Poison. This was also when we got the first legendaries in the game. Ice Wizard and Princess. 6 new cards in one update. You don't see that anymore. Builder's Workshop was added. They also added the Giant Chest and Super Magical Chest. You could save multiple battle decks as well, which is awesome. Where do we rank this update? Me personally, I think because of the 6 cards being added alone, that's really big. We don't get that anymore. I think I've seen mostly A tiers, and I can agree with that. This is an A tier update. The game wasn't even globally released yet, dude, and it's already better than the update for losers. This update, probably the most important update in Clash Royale history. This was when the game globally released. The game wouldn't exist without this update. I think this one has to be S tier. I think this one's pretty obvious. We got to give it S tier. Does this count? I count it as an update. I do. Okay. Next update, we have this one. What date was this one? May 2016. Max Legendary used to be level 6. Then they changed it to level 5. They buffed rares to 11. They buffed commons to 13. And they buffed the Max King level to 13. They also buffed rewards everywhere. Gold, Crown Chest, Super Magical Chest, chances doubled. Giant Magical Chest increased. And then another update where we got 6 new cards. New common card, Fire Spirits. In tandem with that, we had the Furnace. We also got the Guards. And then we got 3 legendaries in one update. We got 3 in one update. Lava Hound, Miner, and Sparky. Not like a super big update. The biggest thing in that update was the cards, all right? I'm seeing mostly B tiers. I can vibe with that. All right, next up, we have this one. July 2016. They added these tournaments in this update. That's a big deal. We got Frozen Peak at 2,300 trophies. We got 4 new cards. Man, they were just killing it with the cards back then. Ice Spirit, Bowler, Log, and Lumberjack. Those are 4 cards that are all relevant. We can put this update in A tier. All right, next update, September 2016. Keep in mind, all these 4 updates in 1 year. That's crazy. Never would happen now. We got 4 new cards here. Mega Minion, Ice Golem. And then Inferno Dragon, Graveyard. Ability to mute emotes. That's a big deal. New tournament mode. Challenge mode. So I think what that means is classic and grand challenges. Yeah, that's huge. 2 new chests, epic and legendary chests. Vote between it, chat. S or A tier. What are we feeling? I'm seeing mostly S tiers. I can vibe with it. I can vibe with it. What was this update? November 2016. E-Barbs. Yeah. Tornado and Clone for the epics. And then we got Electro Wizard as a legendary. Now, this update is a big deal because this was the first special event challenge. I remember this so vividly. It was a 12-win Electro Wizard challenge where when you got 12 wins, you unlock the Electro Wizard. But this really set the stage for like challenges in the future. Honestly, not a big update, but special event challenges, that's a big deal. That really set the stage. We'll just compromise, chat. We'll put it B tier. All right. I personally think it deserves higher. We'll put it B tier. All right, this next one, this one's gonna be a S tier. They were killing it back then. This update was the next month. Oh my gosh. We got 4 new cards. Goblin Gang, Battle Ram, Dark Goblin, Executioner. New Arena, Jungle Arena. Dude, I used to think Jungle Arena was so cool back then. Yes, this is the introduction of the Clan Chest. Clan Chest, one of the best features that was in Clash Royale. Oh my gosh. Clan Chest was so good. It was the perfect way to unify a clan. They also had Epic Sundays. They added Epic Sundays here. Can we all agree that this is an S tier update? Chat seems to agree. Hey, let's do it. Here's another update that might be S tier. You all probably recognize that logo. This was March 2017. So December 2016 to March. That's a pretty big gap, and it's a sign of things to come. We got leagues in this update. That's a big deal. And then there was the monthly season reward, which was the draft chest. All right, draft chest was a big deal. Then clan battles. You all may not recognize this term, but clan battles that's what 2v2 was called before they just called it 2v2. Here's another reason why this update was top tier. Because of the cards we got here. So bats are cool, yeah. Heal spell, only card to be removed from the game, rest in peace. But then we have this fine woman right here. Bandit as well, she's pretty cool. We like the bandit. Then we got new arena. They moved legendary arena up to 3,800. Then the old legendary arena became Hog Mountain, which is still what it is today. 2v2 leagues, Night Witch, S tier. Can we agree with that? Next update, June 2017. This was the update that added Mega Knight, chat. We also got some other cool cards though. You know, Cannon Card's nice. You know, I like playing the Flying Machine, Skeleton Barrel. We also got new challenges, but they were pretty revolutionary back then. Triple Elixir, Sudden Death, and Ramp Up. Sudden Death is one of my favorite challenges. Then they also added more 2v2 stuff. I think 2v2 became like a permanent implementation within this update. They nerfed Night Witch. Screw you, Clash Royale. You know, this update wasn't big, but again, 4 new cards, one of them being Mega Knight, which is a very impactful card. 2v2 becoming like a permanent addition. More challenges. Not a big update. I'll put it at the top of C tier. That's what we're gonna do with it. All right, this update, October 2017. So now we're going from June to October. That's a big gap. But yeah, quests that was a big deal back then. Big deal for free-to-play progression, right? New game mode, Touchdown. We're gonna do quests and Touchdown separately. How do we feel about quests? Okay, we'll do quest A tier. I can vibe with that. But now let me talk about Touchdown. I have some thoughts about Touchdown. Touchdown is the most game mode of all time. Here's the deal with Touchdown and why it's such an important update. The deal with Touchdown is that Clash Royale tried something totally new. They were experimenting and they tried something totally new. Something the game had never seen before, a completely new way to play the game. And it's safe to say it wasn't really received that well. Touchdown is a turning point in Clash Royale history. Touchdown was like the very first time Clash Royale took a big risk with a new game mode, and it failed. So I think as a result of that, they took it as an example and became more hesitant to release new innovative game modes in the future. The failure of Touchdown to this day still haunts the Clash Royale team, and it's still holding them back from progressing. This is where Clash Royale starts to go downhill after Touchdown. If I put it in D tier, are we cool with that? Yep, we're good. I won't put it in F tier because I respect the fact that they tried something new. Next up, we have this one. This update wasn't that big. New Arena, Electro Valley. We got 4 new cards. We got Strombolis, we got Hunter and Barb Barrel, and then Royal Ghost and Magic Archer. We got the Lightning Chest, the Fortune Chest, and the Legendary King's Chest, all of which are, you know, in the shop right now. That's pretty B tier if I've ever seen anything. B tier, that's valid, chat. All right, this next one is a big deal. We have the first rendition of Clan Wars, which came in April 2018. It was a big deal back then. So back then, the way OG Clan Wars worked, it was like you had like this big island, and this island had like it was a really cool image. It had like all the different arenas on it, and then it had different game modes that you could play, like, you know, Sudden Death, 2v2, Ramp Up, game modes like that. When you'd win, you would collect cards and it would go into like a card collection. So that was like one day, and then the other day was like your battle day, where you would use those collection cards to build a deck and then play games. I think I remember that's how that worked. The thing is, I don't think Clan Wars was received poorly, but it wasn't received too well either. We also got Rascals in this update. I see a lot of Bs. You know, I think that's about right. I think B tier is about right. Next, we have the summer 2018 update. Okay, Royal Hogs and Snowball, fixing matchmaking. This was also a big update because this was the first update where they added emotes that weren't like, you know, the standard king emotes. Like that's a big deal. Oh, I guess Royal Recruits were also announced here. Not really anything major here at all. I mean, yeah, Royal Hogs and Snowball are 2 relevant cards. Emotes are a big deal. I think emotes is what carries this update. I'm seeing a lot of B tiers. I can vibe with that. All right, next up we have September 2018. Fun fact, this is the first Clash Royale update that released after I created my channel. I've been at this for a lot longer than you guys may think. So Goblin Giant was new. Trade Tokens was new. I think this is the first TV Royale that has Drew in it. Goblin Giant still has never been good. Trade Tokens are a pretty big deal. Yeah, this was a big deal. They would later release Electro Dragon as well. E-Drag's one of my favorite cards in this game. I love him. He's cool. I've seen B's, A's, and C's. So then we'll compromise with B. Meet you in the middle. Next update, we got December 2018. Star levels, yay. Oh yeah, okay, that's right. They did Heist in celebration of Brawl Stars global release. Okay. This is nightmare fuel. This was weird. Like, Heist now is like completely normal. Why is Shelly in Clash Royale? What? There was no reason we need to see dinosaurs in a TV Royale episode. What were we doing back then? What is going on? There is no situation in a TV Royale where we need to have, what is this? Is this a Carcharodontosaurus? And I don't know what sauropod that is. It's one of them though. Wrong. This was when they first added global tournaments. Okay, that's a big deal. This update actually had a lot. Wow. Okay. Oh, the Ram Rider was added here too. Okay, that's a big deal. You know, I'm gonna give this update the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna put it A tier. That's a hot take. That's a hot take. Then we got this update. January 2019. All right. Boogie down. This was when they started the spawn in the back game modes. Yeah, they milked this for a long time. Collection game mode's kind of cool. It was kind of cool for a bit.
The new car coming to Clash Royale.
Wall breakers.
We're talking 2 wall breakers.
Excuse my language. Wall breakers were ass. They were horrible, dude. Again, not a big update. If I put this in C tier, are we okay with that, chat? That's what we're doing. C tier. I'd say this next update was a pretty impactful one. We'll look at Trophy Road. What else we got here? Capture the Elixir was a fun game mode. They need to bring this game mode back. I like this one. Deck Randomizer, that's cool. What was the new card here? Earthquake. Earthquake was a new card here.
Against Earthquake.
Okay. Yeah, that's about all we're gonna talk about. I'm not watching that whole TV Royale. Goblin Cage as well. Goblin Cage was added in June though. It wasn't added in April. It was added a little bit later. Mega Deck Challenge was here. Trophy Road's a big addition though. I don't think we give Trophy Road enough credit. I'm seeing a lot of people say A tier, so yeah, I'm cool with that. Okay, now this next update set up Clash Royale for failure like 4 years later when they introduced seasons. We got Fish Boy. This was also when they started doing new arenas for each season as well. That was a big deal. I knew this was in this update. I'm getting sidetracked here. This is one of my favorite game modes in the game. For those of you that don't know, it's called Take to the Skies. It was an update where you could only use air cards because you can see like the arena was flooded. Oh my gosh, I love this game mode. This was a big update. Even if we don't like the past Royale, we gotta admit this was a big update. Seasons were added, tower skins were added, exclusive emotes, new arenas every season. Me personally, I would put this A tier. What you got for $5 was insane. So yeah, we're gonna put this one in A tier. All right, we're gonna do that. All right, the next update. This was a pretty small update. Party button was such an underrated feature. If you just wanted to chill and play some Clash Royale without having to worry about trophies, maybe play like some fun 2v2 draft game mode, you just hop in the party mode and you still get chests. Oh, triple draft. Triple draft. Triple draft is the better version of draft. This is when they added Elixir Golem. Oh, tiebreakers, that's a big deal. Draws were stupid. Not much here, but everything in here is good. I see a lot of S tiers, dude. Let's do it, chat. I'm with you here. All right, so this next one here, this isn't really a big update. It was a very small update, but I feel like it's worth mentioning because of its cultural significance here. It was kind of big because they extended games to 5 minutes. Or no, they shortened games to 5 minutes. They used to be 6, but they changed the 5th minute to be triple elixir. That's a big deal. Now this update, the funniest thing about this update, for those of you that weren't playing Clash Royale at this time, like some of y'all think the meta is unbalanced right now. If you were not playing in late 2019, you have no idea what an unbalanced meta is. You got no room to talk. Sorry, that was a little bit mean. But October, November 2019 was the most toxic meta in Clash Royale history. So literally, within this update, Executioner and Witch were like the 2 most broken cards in the game. So they changed them back. And I don't have it here, but they literally wrote an apology for how overpowered they made the cards. I've never seen that before. Even to this day, they don't write apologies for... They never wrote an apology for the Phoenix and Monk being strong, but they wrote an apology back in the day. I'm seeing a lot of D's, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, it really wasn't even worth putting in this video, but it's just kind of a meme, so yeah. All right, so here's where things get really interesting. So that update with the game mode change and the Witch and Executioner nerf, that was November 2019. The next big update did not come until August 2020. We almost went a full year without a Clash Royale update, just for it to be a top 3 worst update in the history of the game. Clan Wars 2, baby. What an absolute train wreck of an update. Do we even need to look at Clan Wars 2? So like, I mean, it's still in the game. You can look at it now. The way it is now in game, it's much better than it was back then, which is good. Can we agree this is an F tier? Like the Clan Wars 2 now I think is okay. Can we agree that upon release it was F tier? Here's the craziest thing. Clan Wars 2 upon release was so bad that they had to dedicate another 3 or so months of development time to making another update to fix Clan Wars 2. So there were 2 updates in the entirety of 2020. One of them was Clan Wars 2. The other one was fixing Clan Wars 2. Man, 2020 was a rough year. Another F tier, we think? I think so. I think so. First update of 2021 came in March of 2021, and it was magic items. So you all know about magic items at this point.
Wild cards.
Wild cards?
Books of cards.
Books?
The book.
The book of books?
Simply named chess keys.
Chess
The
keys.
magic coin.
And the magic
cards are
coin.
really cool.
So like, even though this update didn't have like a lot, it set up the foundation for better progression. Yeah, most of y'all saying A tier, I can vibe with that. Magic items were a good update. Now, I have the most fond memories of this next update, the summer 2021 update. This is another one of those updates where they didn't add anything that was like totally game changing, but they just added a lot of good things that were really important for the game. And also like, this was around the time where like, my channel actually started to gain viewers and subscribers like at a legitimate rate. I don't know. I have a personal bias towards this update. They extended the trophy road. We got 2 new arenas, Rascal Hideout, Serenity Peak. They changed the season reset and stuff. They added more gold. A lot of it being through the gold crates. Goblin Drill, quality of life changes. They added permanent friendly battle rotations. They added the rewind feature on replays. I think it's S tier. Personally, yeah, we're gonna put it S tier. I know this next update is gonna be my hottest take of this entire video. It's going to be a very hot take. This update trailer was lit. Level 14 was controversial at the time, mainly because of /Royale and its controversy. But let me tell you something right now. Oh my gosh, I will take another level 14 style update over level 15 any day of the week. Like, oh my gosh, level 15 makes the addition of level 14 look like the best addition in Clash Royale history. They also added the King's Journey here with level up chests. At least when they added level 14, they reduced the amount of gold you needed to upgrade your cards up until level 14. That King level 6 for star points, that's a good change. Then of course the actual champions, Archer Queen, Golden Knight, and Skeleton King, the OG big 3. They did the Royal Wild chests in this update, that's a big deal. Bunch of quality of life improvements. They changed how challenges work so that way you can play all cards. In my humble opinion, this is the best update in Clash Royale history. I gotta say it. This is the best update the game has released. Champions was like November 2021. Next update wasn't until March of 2022. And that was the minor update. In my opinion, this update's underrated. Badges, they don't really mean much, but it's a cool little cosmetic thing where you can flex. This was also when they added Masteries, dude. Masteries were an amazing change. Again, free-to-play progression is a great thing. The Mighty Miner, dude. Mighty Miner he was a pretty underwhelming champion upon his release, but they buffed him a couple times and he's pretty good now. Like, Mighty Miner's he's a good card. Yeah, this update was actually pretty lit. Mostly A's. A tier. All right, this next update though, this was a little bit stupid. We got battle banners. Yay. Yes. They changed profiles. Cool. Band pick duels were added. That's great. They moved the trader out of Clan Wars. They added a volume slider, and that was it. I like battle banners. I really like collecting them, but banners should not have been an update in themselves. Battle banners, revamping the profile, band pick duels, slider. That was the update, and then we had to wait until November for another one. I've been seeing a lot of D tiers. Yeah, that's what we got. D tier. Ooh, next one. We're on the final 3. Path of Legends. This update makes me sad to think about. You know why this makes me sad to think about? Because the actual content of the update was completely overshadowed because of the cards they released. No one actually cared about Path of Legends and how they reworked ladder because of the Monk and the Phoenix. To this day, I still stand by Path of Legends. I think it was a good update. At the time, I didn't, but I've come around to it. We got 5 new arenas. Was it 5? Yeah, Miner's Mine, Executioner Kitchen, Royal Crypt, Silent Sanctuary, Dragon Spa. Also, making champions available on the Trophy Road, that's a big W. Trophy Road, I'm still not a big fan of the Trophy Road change because you don't reset every season. Of course, they've kept extending it, so it still gives you stuff to work towards, but I still would prefer if it reset to some extent. And yeah, moving the party button wasn't a good decision either, because a lot of people thought they removed it because it wasn't on the main menu. The Deck Explorer was a cool change. These are good. The Champion Chest and the Champion Wildcard, I like those. My personal opinion, I think it's an A tier update. I'm seeing mostly A's. Yup. Here we go. For this next one, can we just all agree that's F tier? I mean, look at the like to dislike ratio. Oh, I haven't disliked it yet? Yeah, let me do that. One thing I will say, I like the season shop, but man, why'd you have to increase the pass? All right, last but certainly not least. Card evolutions, ladies and gentlemen. Here is what I'm gonna do. This is going to be controversial. This is going to be a hot take. This is going to be a hot take. Listen to me here, chat. Here's why I put it at B tier. Here's my reasoning for putting the Card Evolutions update in B tier and not putting it in F tier. Level 15 absolutely is horrible. Absolutely. The worst thing that Clash Royale has ever done is level 15. But Card Evolutions, on the other hand, I think are a great addition. The evolutions are great. They change the way you play the game. They are a little bit imbalanced. Balance can be fixed. They already proved that they can balance Evos because they nerfed the evolved skeletons before they were even released. Because of how good Card Evolutions are and how bad level 15 is, I think it kind of balances out. Low B tier, high C tier is my mindset. You know, maybe I'll move it down to C tier now that I'm thinking about it. I'll move it down to C tier. I still don't think the entire update is totally F tier, all right? Update for losers is worse. Clan Wars 2 is worse, I think. This is a hot take, but this is how things are gonna end. And if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to check out this video. I'm sure you'll like it even more. Please do not cancel me for my opinions, and I will see you all in the next video.